Chosen One, you've felt it, haven't you? Something has shifted. The world around you feels different. Your thoughts are no longer the same. The things that used to comfort you no longer hold the same appeal. People around you are starting to drift away, and you are seeing the truth more clearly than ever before. This is not just a phase. It's not your imagination. Your mission has begun. Before you came into this world, you made a sacred agreement with the divine. A soul contract that set into motion your higher purpose. You chose this path long before you took your first breath. And now, the signs are appearing, the universe is guiding you, and your awakening is accelerating. Every challenge, every struggle, every unanswered question has been preparing you for this very moment. But they never wanted you to know this. They have spent centuries making sure you forget who you are, keeping you distracted, filling your life with noise so that you never stop to question. They don't want you to awaken because once you do, their control over you shatters. The moment you step into your power, the illusion they created begins to fall apart. And that is exactly what is happening now. The activation of your soul contract is not something you can ignore. The signs are everywhere, calling you to remember, to step into what was always meant for you. This is why you've been feeling different, why everything in your life has been leading up to this moment. Your divine mission has been set into motion. The question is, will you answer the call? Stay with me until the end because what I'm about to reveal will confirm what you have been sensing deep in your soul. And if this message resonates with you, comment 77 below because your activation has already begun. What a soul contract is and why it's activating now. A soul contract is more than just a spiritual concept. It is a divine agreement, a mission chosen by your higher self before you entered this world. It is not merely fate or destiny, nor is it a random series of events playing out without purpose. It is a sacred covenant, a blueprint woven into the very fabric of your being. Every soul that comes into this reality has a purpose, a lesson to learn, a role to fulfill. But for the chosen ones, the contract is different. It is not just about personal growth. It is about transformation, about guiding others, about breaking the chains that have kept humanity in darkness. Before you were born, you agreed to this path. You knew the challenges you would face. You knew that waking up in a world built on deception would not be easy. You knew that everything you needed would be hidden from you, that you would be conditioned to forget, that the journey to remembrance would be long and painful. But you also knew that you were built for this, that you carried something within you that could not be destroyed. And now the time has come. The energy on this planet is shifting. The veil is thinning, and those who were meant to awaken are receiving their call. This activation is not happening by accident. It is not random. The world is reaching a breaking point. The systems that have ruled for centuries, systems of control, manipulation, and suppression, are beginning to collapse. The falsehoods are being exposed. The old ways no longer hold power over those who are waking up. And those who were sent here to lead must now step forward. This is why you are feeling what you are feeling. This is why your intuition has been growing stronger, why you are seeing signs everywhere, why you can no longer tolerate the falsehoods that once surrounded you. Your soul contract has been activated because the time has come for you to fulfill what you were sent here to do. Look around you. The world is not as it once was. Reality is shifting, bending, revealing itself in ways it never has before. Have you noticed how quickly events are unfolding? How the very fabric of society seems to be unraveling? This is not chaos, it is a recalibration. The hidden is being revealed. The truth is surfacing. And those who are meant to be part of this shift are being called to remember who they are. The signs of activation are not subtle. Have you felt a deep sense of urgency within you, as if something is pushing you toward change? Have you experienced synchronicities, moments that seem too perfectly timed to be coincidences? Have you noticed that the people, places, and things that once felt familiar now feel foreign, as if you no longer belong in the world you used to know? This is not a breakdown. It is an awakening. Your soul is remembering the agreement it made before it entered this realm. And now, everything that no longer aligns with your higher purpose is being stripped away. This activation comes with challenges. The moment you begin to remember, the world around you will resist. The people who are still asleep will not understand what is happening to you. They will question you, doubt you, even ridicule you. They will tell you that you are imagining things, that you are losing yourself, that you should just go back to the way things were. But you cannot, because once you have seen, you cannot unsee. Once you have heard the call, you cannot ignore it. Your soul contract is in motion, and the universe will not let you turn back. You may also notice that your old fears, wounds, and unresolved emotions are rising to the surface. This is not punishment, it is preparation. You cannot step into your full power while carrying the burdens of the past. Everything that has been left unhealed is being brought into the light, forcing you to face it, to release it, to transform it. This is the refinement process, the fire that burns away the illusion, leaving only the truth. But with this challenge comes an extraordinary gift. As you embrace your soul contract, you will begin to experience a profound sense of clarity. The doubts that once plagued you will fade. The distractions that once consumed you will lose their grip. You will begin to see the world with new eyes, to feel things on a deeper level, to understand truths that once seemed distant or abstract. This is your higher self merging with your conscious awareness. This is your soul stepping fully into its power. And this is just the beginning. Once you align with your contract, doors will open that you never imagined possible. You will attract the people, opportunities, and experiences that are meant for you. You will be guided, protected, and strengthened. The universe will begin working in your favor, aligning everything to support your mission. Because this is not just about you, this is about something far greater. Your activation is part of a collective awakening, a movement that has been written in the stars since the beginning of time. You are not alone in this. Others are awakening just like you. They are feeling the same pull, experiencing the same shifts, searching for the same truth. And as each one of you steps into your power, the world will change. The illusion of control will fall away. The deception will crumble. The light will break through the darkness. Your activation is not something to fear. It is something to embrace, because this is what you came here for. This is the moment your soul has been waiting for. And now the choice is yours. Will you step into your mission? Will you claim what was always meant to be yours? Or will you allow the fear, the doubt, and the illusions of this world to pull you back into sleep? If you feel this truth within you, if you know deep down that you are being called for something greater, do not ignore it. Your soul contract is in motion. The time is now. Comment activated if you feel this truth within you. The key signs that your contract is now activating. There are specific signs that indicate when a soul contract has been activated. These are not coincidences. They are divine messages, confirmations that you are stepping into your purpose. When this happens, everything in your life begins to shift. What once made sense now feels foreign. The things that used to excite you no longer hold the same appeal. People who once felt like home now feel distant. You are changing, and you can feel it on a level so deep that it cannot be ignored. One of the first signs is an unshakable sense that something within you is awakening. It may start subtly at first. A quiet knowing, a whisper in the back of your mind that things are not as they seem. But over time, this feeling grows stronger. You begin to sense that the life you have been living, the identity you have built, is not aligned with your true purpose. The things that used to matter to you, the ambitions you once chased, the people you once surrounded yourself with, suddenly, they no longer feel right. You feel as though you are being pulled away from the familiar, and yet you may not fully understand why. This feeling of disconnection is not random. It is your soul's way of guiding you away from what no longer serves you. When your soul contract activates, everything that is not in alignment with your mission begins to fall away. The relationships that once felt strong may start to dissolve. The activities that once brought you joy may now feel hollow. The habits that once provided comfort now feel restrictive. You may find yourself craving solitude, feeling a deep need to step away from the noise of the world to reconnect with yourself. This is not isolation, it is preparation. The universe is making space for what is to come. Then comes the synchronicity. The universe has always been speaking to you, but when your contract activates, the messages become impossible to ignore. Repeating numbers, prophetic dreams, messages appearing at exactly the right moment. These are all ways that the divine is communicating with you. You may start seeing patterns everywhere. The same themes appearing in conversations, in books, in music. Signs that seem tailor-made for you, as if the universe is guiding you step by step. And it is. The closer you align with your soul contract, the more these signs will intensify. These synchronicities are not mere coincidences. They are reminders that you are on the right path. They are breadcrumbs leading you to where you are meant to be. The number sequences you keep seeing, the dreams that feel more real than reality, the sudden insights that come out of nowhere, these are all confirmations. They are the universe's way of letting you know that your activation is real, that the path ahead is unfolding as it should. When you begin to notice these signs, do not dismiss them. Lean into them, pay attention, because they are guiding you towards something greater. But with activation comes resistance. The moment you begin to step into your power, the world will push back. This is one of the most difficult aspects of the awakening process. As you begin to align with your higher calling, you will encounter obstacles. People will question you. They will tell you that you are imagining things, that you are changing too much, that you are walking down a dangerous path. You may face setbacks, unexpected difficulties that seem designed to break your spirit. But this is not a punishment. It is a test. The resistance is meant to refine you, to strengthen you, to prepare you for what is coming next. Every chosen one throughout history has faced opposition. Those who carried great missions were always met with trials. Look at Moses, who was called to lead but first had to confront doubt, fear, and a system designed to keep people enslaved. Look at David, who was anointed as king but had to endure years of hardship before stepping into his destiny. Even Jesus himself faced opposition from those who could not understand his message. The greater the calling, the greater the test. The resistance may come from external forces, but it will also come from within. You will have moments of doubt. You will question yourself. You will wonder if you are strong enough, wise enough, ready enough. The world has conditioned you to doubt yourself, to believe that you are small, that you must seek validation from others before stepping into your truth. But this is part of the illusion, and the moment you recognize it for what it is, its power over you begins to fade. Times it may feel like everything is falling apart, but in reality, everything is falling into place. The breaking down of the old is necessary for the birth of the new. You are shedding the layers of conditioning, releasing the attachments that have kept you bound. You are stepping into who you were always meant to be. And that process is not easy. It is uncomfortable. It is painful, but it is necessary. If you are experiencing these signs, if you feel the shifts happening, if you see the synchronicities, if you are facing resistance, know that you are not alone. This is part of the journey. This is what it feels like when your soul contract is activated. The discomfort, the uncertainty, the upheaval, it is all leading you to something greater. The world may not understand what is happening to you, but you do, and that is all that matters. There is no turning back now. The path has been revealed. The choice is yours. Will you step into it? Will you trust what you are feeling? Will you embrace the signs and follow where they lead? Because this is just the beginning. Your soul contract is in motion, and the universe is waiting for you to take the next step. Comment, "I see the signs," if you recognize these activations in your life. If you are experiencing these signs, it means that your contract is in motion. But what happens next? In the next sections, we will explore the challenges and tests that come with this awakening and how you can embrace your divine path with clarity and strength. And if this message is speaking to you, consider leaving a super thanks to support the spreading of this truth. The challenges and tests that come with your awakening. They do not want you to step into your power. The moment you begin to rise, you become a threat. The illusion they have crafted, the systems of control that have kept humanity asleep, were designed to ensure that those who were meant to awaken never did. The moment you start questioning, the moment you start remembering, the resistance begins. It is not coincidence. It is not random. It is a direct attempt to pull you back into the slumber they have spent centuries cultivating. This is why the path of the chosen ones is never easy. The world has been shaped in a way that discourages awakening, that punishes those who think differently, who break from the mold, who step out of line. The more you awaken, the more you will notice the resistance. Comes in many forms. Sometimes it is external. People around you start questioning you, mocking you, telling you that you are imagining things. You may lose relationships, friendships, connections you thought would last forever. People you once trusted may turn against you, unable to understand the transformation you are undergoing. But the most difficult resistance is internal. The world has conditioned you to doubt yourself, to seek validation, to believe that you need permission to embrace who you are. And so, when the awakening begins, the battle is not just against external forces. It is against the voices in your own mind that tell you you are not ready, that you are not strong enough, that you are imagining everything. These voices are not your own. They are echoes of the conditioning, remnants of the programming designed to keep you small. You will face spiritual attacks. They will not always be obvious. Sometimes they will come as overwhelming doubt, as a sudden wave of fear that makes you question everything. Sometimes they will come in the form of exhaustion, a deep fatigue that makes it hard to keep going. Other times, they will manifest as chaos in your life. Unexpected setbacks, sudden obstacles, situations that seem designed to break you. But understand this, these challenges are part of the process. They are not there to stop you. They are there to forge you into the leader you were always meant to be. Those who have walked this path before you endured the same trials. Moses was called to lead but had to face resistance from both his people and his enemies. Before he could step into his role, he had to confront his own doubts, his own fears, the feeling that he was unworthy of the mission he had been given. David was anointed as king, but before he could claim his throne, he had to spend years in exile, hunted, tested, refined by fire. Even Jesus himself faced opposition, ridicule, betrayal, because the greater the mission, the greater the preparation. This is not a punishment. It is a purification. It is a process designed to remove everything that is not in alignment with your true power. Every struggle, every test, every moment of doubt is meant to strip away the illusion, to reveal the unbreakable core within you. The fire you walk through is not meant to consume you. It is meant to refine you. When you start feeling resistance, when you start facing these trials, do not see them as signs that you are failing. See them as signs that you are on the right path. The more powerful your mission, the stronger the forces that will try to stop you. But they cannot stop you unless you let them. Their greatest weapon is fear. If they can make you afraid, if they can make you doubt yourself, they can keep you from stepping into your full power. But once you recognize the pattern, once you see it for what it is, the fear loses its hold. You will be tested in ways you never expected. The things you once relied on may crumble. The people you thought would stand beside you may fall away. The plans you made may no longer make sense. But through it all, there is one thing that remains unchanged: the call within you. That knowing, that pull, that force driving you forward. That is your compass. That is your guide. No matter how dark things may seem, no matter how heavy the burden, that inner knowing is the proof that you are not lost. You are exactly where you are meant to be. The chosen ones are not those who have easy lives. They are not those who walk the smooth path, free from hardship, free from pain. The chosen ones are those who endure, who rise, who refuse to back down. They are those who face the fire and walk through it anyway. They are those who do not give up, who do not surrender, who do not allow fear to dictate their path. If you are facing resistance, if you feel like the world is pushing against you, if you are struggling with doubt, know this is your initiation. This is the test that every chosen one must face. And if you can stand firm, if you can hold on to your truth even in the midst of the storm, you will come out on the other side unshaken, unbreakable, unstoppable. The time for playing small is over. The time for hesitation is done. You have been called. You have been chosen. The challenges you face are not there to stop you. They are there to make you stronger. They are there to prepare you for what is coming next. So stand firm. Hold your ground. Do not let the fear win. You were built for this. You were sent here for this. And nothing can stop you unless you allow it to. Comment "I am ready" if you refuse to back down. how to embrace your divine path with clarity and strength. The moment you fully accept your calling, everything changes. There is no more waiting, no more questioning, no more wondering if you are enough. A deep certainty settles in something beyond words, beyond logic. A knowing that you are exactly where you are meant to be. The doubts that once plagued you lose their grip. The fear that held you back begins to dissolve. You no longer seek validation from the outside world, because you understand that your mission is bigger than opinions. Your purpose is not up for debate, and your destiny is not something that can be measured by the standards of a world that was never built for those like you. This is where the shift happens. This is where everything begins to accelerate. The key to embracing your divine path is trust. Trust in yourself, trust in the divine plan, trust that every experience, every struggle, every moment of pain was preparing you for this exact point in time. You have not been wandering aimlessly, even when it felt like you were lost. Every detour, every hardship, every delay was shaping you, strengthening you, making you into the person who is now ready to step forward without hesitation. You were never being abandoned. You were being refined. But make no mistake, they will try to make you question yourself. The forces that have kept this world in spiritual darkness do not want you to awaken, and they certainly do not want you to lead others into the light. The moment you begin to walk in alignment with your mission, resistance appears. People around you may suddenly grow distant, unable to comprehend the transformation taking place within you. Old patterns, old fears, old attachments will rise, tempting you to return to who you once were. This is the final test. Can you hold your ground when the world pushes back? Can you stand in your truth even when no one else sees what you see? Because the truth is, you were never alone. It may have felt that way at times. It may have seemed like no one understood you, like you were walking a path that no one else could follow. But that was never the case. Others are waking up alongside you. They, too, have felt the shift, the calling, the undeniable pull toward something greater. They, too, have faced the loneliness, the doubts, the moments of despair. But now, the time of isolation is ending. The time of uniting is beginning. You were never meant to walk this path alone. The chosen ones are being brought together, drawn toward each other by forces beyond comprehension. You will begin to find them not by searching, but by alignment. The more you embrace who you truly are, the more you will attract those who resonate with your truth. The more you step into your mission, the more you will recognize others who are doing the same. And when this happens, the illusion of separation crumbles. The system that was designed to keep you divided, to make you feel like you were the only one, loses its power. There is great strength in unity, but unity does not mean conformity. Embracing your divine path means standing fully in your uniqueness, honoring your individual calling while recognizing that you are part of something much greater. You are a piece of a puzzle so vast, so intricate, that no single person can see the full picture. But as each of you steps into your role, as each of you claims your power, the vision becomes clearer. The collective awakening gains momentum. The veil lifts, and what was once hidden in darkness is revealed for all to see. Embracing your path requires courage. It requires the willingness to walk through the unknown, to trust the unfolding process even when you do not see the full destination. There will be moments when you feel tested, when you are asked to step into the fire without knowing what awaits on the other side. But this is the nature of transformation. You cannot remain who you were and become who you are meant to be at the same time. You must be willing to let go. You must be willing to surrender the old identity, the old fears, the old limitations, to step fully into the power that has always been waiting for you. And when you do, the universe responds. Doors that were once closed begin to open. Paths that seemed impossible suddenly reveal themselves. The right people, the right opportunities, the right knowledge finds its way to you, not through force, but through alignment. The more you trust, the more everything begins to flow. What once felt like a struggle becomes effortless. What once felt out of reach becomes inevitable. Because this is what happens when you embrace your divine path with clarity and strength. You align with the very force that created you. You step into the stream of destiny, and it carries you forward with a momentum that cannot be stopped. This is your time. The waiting is over. The hesitation, the doubt, the questioning, it no longer serves you. You have everything you need. You always have. Now, all that is left is to step forward with faith, with power, with unwavering trust in the path that has been laid before you. Comment, I trust the path, if you are embracing your divine mission. Now, what happens next? What can you expect as you step fully into your higher calling? Stay with me because this final section is where everything comes together. What happens next as you step into your higher calling? Once you embrace your contract, your life begins to accelerate in ways you never thought possible. Time seems to shift, moving faster yet feeling more purposeful. Synchronicities become undeniable, and the path that once seemed hidden begins to reveal itself step by step. You will notice that the people you meet are no longer random encounters. They are divinely placed. Conversations hold deeper meaning, and opportunities seem to emerge at just the right moment, as if the universe has been waiting for you to finally step into alignment. This is not coincidence. This is the natural momentum of destiny. Once you answer the call, everything around you begins to move with you. But with this acceleration comes responsibility. This is not just about your personal transformation. It is about the impact you are meant to have on others. You are being positioned for something greater than yourself. You will be called to lead, to guide, to speak truth in a world that resists it. And this is where many hesitate, because stepping into your higher calling does not mean the path suddenly becomes easy. In fact, it becomes more intense. The weight of responsibility grows heavier. You are no longer just waking up, you are helping others do the same. And with that comes resistance, from both within and without. You will feel the weight of your words more than ever before. The things you say will carry power, and people will react accordingly. Some will be drawn to you, sensing the light you carry, recognizing in you the truth they have been seeking. But others will resist you, will challenge you, will try to silence you. They will question your motives, doubt your intentions, and in some cases, try to pull you back into the world you have outgrown. This is where many falter. This is where fear creeps in, whispering that it would be easier to shrink back into the shadows, to keep quiet, to blend in. But you cannot. You have come too far, and the world is waiting for what you carry. This is the test of stepping into your higher calling. Can you stand firm in the truth when the world tells you to sit down? Can you hold onto your vision when everything around you tries to shake your faith? Because the more you align with your purpose, the more you will attract both allies and adversaries. You will find those who are meant to walk with you, kindred souls who have been waiting for someone like you to step forward so they too can awaken. But you will also attract the opposition, the forces that seek to keep the world asleep, that fear what happens when too many people begin to see beyond the illusion. The deeper you go, the more you will understand why so many before you have been silenced, why so many have been ridiculed, why history is filled with stories of those who carried great truth but were met with great resistance. It is not because they were wrong. It is because they were right, and those who profit from deception cannot afford for the truth to spread. But here is what they do not realize: the time of suppression is over. The time of silence has ended. Those who were meant to awaken are awakening, and no force on this earth can stop what has already been set in motion. As you step into your calling, you will notice that your intuition sharpens. You will see through deception more clearly. Your ability to discern who is truly with you and who is only pretending will increase. The masks people wear will become obvious, and you will no longer be fooled by empty words or false promises. This will require a new level of strength, because not everyone is meant to go with you into this next phase. Some will fall away not because they are bad, but because they are not ready for where you are going. Let them go. Do not hold onto what is no longer aligned. Trust that those who are meant to walk with you will find their way to you. Your spiritual gifts will also begin to heighten. The abilities that were once dormant within you, whether it be deep intuition, healing energy, prophetic insight, or the ability to shift energy with your presence, will begin to activate at a greater level. You will start to see that you are not just moving through life. You are shaping reality with every thought, every action, every intention. You will realize that the power they tried to convince you you never had was inside of you all along. But this power is not for ego. It is not for self-glorification. It is for the mission. It is for the collective. It is for those who are still lost, still searching, still waiting for someone to remind them of who they truly are. You will become a living example of what is possible when a soul steps fully into alignment with its purpose. And in doing so, you will give others the courage to do the same. This is the moment you have been waiting for. This is the reason you have felt so different your entire life, the reason nothing ever quite made sense until now. The world needs what you have. The activation is complete. You can no longer hide, no longer delay. The waiting is over. You were never meant to remain unseen. You were never meant to play small. The time for hesitation has passed. The world is waiting for you to step into what you were always meant to be. Not tomorrow, not someday. Now, comment, "I claim my destiny," if you are ready to rise. The journey has begun, and there is no turning back. You were chosen for this time, for this mission, for this awakening. Everything in your life has led to this moment, and now the choice is yours. Will you embrace it? If this message resonated with you, subscribe for more prophetic words, spiritual growth, and divine revelations. And remember, you are not alone. You were never meant to be